talk about after that. Nah, man, don't tell me no shit like that, Kai. Are you serious? For real.
Welcome back to the greatest podcast in the world, with all due respect. It's your boy Suge. Got a lot of special people here with us today, man. We're going to do some things special. It's actually, the 1 year anniversary of this podcast, ain't it, Kai? Yeah. We got Mr. Fix It over there doing what he do. But before we get into all that, man, do you want to start? What we doing? All right. OG, man, last time I missed you, we were here. They were telling me you were talking about some things, you know. As you say, what, black people? How we, I guess we're our own worst enemy. Oh, yeah. But I agree. Before I even hear your explanation, but I want to know what you mean by it.
You can look at it a couple ways, man. You can look at it if you want to go back in history, as they say, Willie Lynch kind of syndrome, you know what I mean? Controlling black people for 300 years. Or you can just look at it in the present sense of crab in a barrel. I don't want to see you doing better than me, even if we're doing the same thing. Now, I'm a business owner myself. I own 6 businesses here in Columbia, and retired military. And I haven't seen it as bad as I've seen it when I put my own footprint in entrepreneurship. Just had an incident about 2-3 days ago. Own people called sitting up in here saying I was doing things illegal. Now my thing is this, and I tell people all the time, we are the worst race to come up together. If you look at any other race, for example, let's do our own community. Right here, Southeast Columbia. Majority black. What stores do you see in the surrounding area that's black owned?
All it is liquor stores and Family Dollars.
But who owns them?
Chinese or Asian and Arabs and shit.
From Leesburg to Hopkins. You go to every liquor store, it's Asian owned, Arab owned. Now tell me, if you went to open up a business, could you own a business in Chinatown?
Absolutely not.
I'm from North Philly. Can you go to North Philly, go down to Center City, and open up a cheesesteak or a Chinese restaurant? Can you open up a Chinese fast food spot in Chinatown? You can't. So at the end of the day, why do we allow it here?
That's the thing. That's a good question. I mean, because like you said, you look at, the Indian communities with the gas stations, things like that, the Chinese community, like what do you think caused that? Was it just, I guess, us, being naive, or, is it just lack of knowledge? What do you think?
Lack of knowledge, and it's how you was brought up. You know what I'm saying? I just turned 45, but I make sure I got 26 people that work with me. Not for me in the G-Spot brand, with me. I don't give W-2s, but I instill progress in everybody within my shops. Because if you're doing great, that means my brand is doing great. If I help you from 1 client to 100 clients, there's more traffic coming inside my building. If I teach you about stocks and investing in the stock market, which I do every first Monday of the month, we have classes about progression and being individually great. And you can use that concept in anything that you do, whether it's individually, your kids, a romantic relationship, your wife, your girlfriend, your boyfriend, whatever. If you're great individually, you're great for the whole team. It can't just be about you, me. And that's how a lot of us think. For example, you got Mr. John that had a store in your neighborhood. When you used to walk across, I remember when I was a young boy in Philly, my grandmother would send me across the street, 5, 6 years old, to get cigarettes for her. And Mr. John messed around and had a store that would give your mom credit because she didn't get a check. You know what I mean? Food stamps ain't came in, right? Held you up. I'm grown, that store not there no more. The Arabs, the Mexicans, the Asians own it. And Mr. John been in your neighborhood for 20, 30 years. But then Habib come in and open up the Lucky store right across the street that sell all the bullshit that ain't no black folks want to buy. The 40s, the pump your dick pills, you know what I mean? All that shit. Real talk, you see them every time you go in there. A store full of bullshit. And you'll run right to him and spend all your money. But Just the old head that held you down for 20 years, you and your family. He might have minimum on the store, but you're not putting back into what he's building. No more, because you can go down the street and get something easier. We the smallest race in the United States. We less than 10% of the United States population, right? But we spend the most money. How many of y'all shop black? You know what I'm saying? How many of y'all promote your black people? Now, it's the flip side. Are they running their business like they're supposed to? You understand what I'm saying? So, you know, you got to kind of, it's a double-edged sword if you want to look at it. But I see it all the time. You know what I mean? You get a business partner, y'all come up together, we get in a business partner. Say we started the G-Spot together 4.5 years ago. I'm 5 years into this with 4 shops, 2 lounges, right? So we into this together, and we making the money, but you ain't managing money like I make my money. You know what I'm saying?
No,
management is wrong. And you out here tricking off or whatever you do, what you do, but I'm investing, I'm getting my money back, I'm in the stocks, doing whatever the case may be.
But I'm upset at you for that.
Huh?
But I'm upset at you.
But now you mad, because I done bought a new house, I done rode up in Porsche, and you still in the same thing that you was doing. But we getting the same thing. Now here come the hate. So my business doing a little bit better than you, and now you want to call a man on me. And now you turn your back on me. And now when I'm not around, you're talking about me. You understand what I'm saying? And I see it all the time. Perfect example, a buddy of mine is a financial advisor on 2 cleaners in Charlotte, right? Black owned. Up in Charlotte, it's a region of UPS stores, right? So say, for example, there's 13 UPS stores in that region. One store was black owned. The guy came to the regional meeting and said, hey, I want to sell my store, $275,000, right? It's 13 stores in the region, so that means there's 12 stores that's occupied. The 12 stores occupied is Arab descent, right? They say in a meeting, I know somebody who wants to buy your store. This was a Thursday. He didn't go to a bank. He didn't go get a loan for $275,000. Those other 12 gave him money with interest. Monday morning, when they walked into the meeting that was re-adjourned, he had a check for $275,000. And it wasn't from the bank. It was from his own people. And now they've cornered the market in that region for the UPS stores. How many times have you heard black people doing that? And this is just real.
That's why there's so many nail salons. I don't know if y'all know that, but that's why there's so many nail salons. They don't get bank loans. They get it from the other. All of them are in this together. They get it from the other nail salons to get. That's why they be so fancy. Chandeliers, like granite countertops and stuff like that. They get it. They borrow money from the other nail salons, and they put it all together to open another nail salon. Like, they gatekeep. That's what I feel like the problem is, because I actually looked into opening a hair store some years back. It's so hard to tap into that market if you're not Korean. They're not going to want to sell to you. Like, the distributors, they don't want to sell to you because you're not Korean. If they see my name, they're not going to sell to me because they gatekeep. And we don't do that. We want to, like, share with other races, and I hate to be that person, but that's not what all these other people are doing. Like, they're gatekeeping. They're not letting anybody in, and they're keeping it within the family. And that's why they're so successful and able to tap into the black market so well. And it's like a market we can't even tap into.
Right.
We spend so much money on hair. Like, black women spend it's $1 billion industry that we don't have no part of. We don't own none of it.
How many of y'all know it's a black-owned hair store that just opened up on 2 Notch and Beltline and about to hit their year anniversary next month? How many of y'all know that?
I shop there.
You shop for culture, right next to Ray's Diners. First I heard it. You understand what I'm saying? Her name is Turquoise. And actually she funds or stocks everything that we use in here as barbers. I met her about 6 months ago. You know what I'm saying? And what we do in hair is I allow her to stock the products that my barbers, braiders, and stylists need on a daily basis that we run at the Kim's, King's, JD's, and get. That's overpriced. And now you have it right here. It's not about the money. I don't get no cut off of that. But it's about building that sister's brand. So it's already hard for her already because she tapped into an industry that's, the market has been cornered by Asians. And they won't sell to you. You know what I'm saying? She goes all the way to North Charlotte to buy. But why doesn't every black-owned barbershop have a curio cabinet to help her promote her stuff? It ain't about the cut that you get off.
They'll say it's too expensive, but I don't think people understand why it's so expensive. Like what she had to do to get it, it costs more money. So if you have to spend a little bit more money to support her, it'll be cheaper eventually. Like I don't think people think about the long-term effects of supporting Black. It's just, I don't know. And then they'll be rude when you go to the hair store. They be nasty as hell and don't know what they're talking about.
Watching you.
Yeah.
Make sure you ain't taking nothing.
Hide that shit.
That's what I'm saying. But it's like they can be because we don't have no choice. Because where else are we going unless we are Googling Black-owned hair supply stores? They always do that. I always look for an opportunity to shop Black because I'm tired of getting mistreated at these hair. Y'all don't even like know what y'all talking about, and you gonna talk to me crazy. Like, it don't make, and then charge me more than what I should be paying for it. So it's like, if I have to drive that extra mile or 2 or 3 or 4 or 5 to go to a Black-owned hair store, I feel like it's worth it in my eyes.
But see, I like the fact a lot of girls nowadays starting like their own little lashes and hair and stuff, but I don't think enough people support to where they can actually build and make their own and create their own store. You know, because certain people want to, certain people want to support, certain people don't. And somebody could be doing the same thing that you doing, but they'll go support that motherfucker before they support you. And it's like, it's no hate, but it's like, damn, you see, I'm doing the same shit too. Why you can't support both of us? I don't get it. Like, especially with us, like you said, like, we definitely are our own worst enemy. I don't. It's like we backwards as fuck when it comes to this shit.
We are, but I don't think like all Black people. Like I don't think like somebody going to, or let's just say Jalyn didn't go to the Black-owned hair store. I don't think she went to the Chinese hair store intentionally, like with intent to not support the Black business.
Right.
It's almost kind of like unintentional, right? So it kind of brings up the next thing we were going to talk about. And y'all, I'm gonna just kind of explain this and jump in where y'all feel comfortable. I guess I'll talk and I'll just kind of explain it away. Critical race theory, CRT. Y'all ever heard of that? So, I guess a simple way to put it, CRT, it's like a critical race theory. The idea is that you are racist. Everything that you do is racist. Everything that you think about is racist and unintentional. Like, for example, let me make this clear. You a store owner, a Black man and a white man walk in the store at the same time. Critical race theory says that if you help the Black man first, you don't trust Black people alone in your store. But critical race theory also says if you help the white man first, you feel Black people are lower class citizens, so they should be helped second. So it's almost like a double-edged sword, and it's almost instilled like in children. Go ahead.
No, I wasn't.
No, so it's almost like they're kind of instilling it a lot more in school now. So it's a little bit. It's in that text. It's a lot of it, but it's also, I guess, in a way, trying to rewrite history or change history.
See, with the critical race theory, from what I researched, as far as education-wise, they trying to, they already goddamn keep a lot of shit away from us in history class. But now they trying to, like, totally do away with that shit. And down in Florida, they trying to pass a law to where they can only, we can't make white people feel uncomfortable when we talk about the truth.
Yeah.
They're trying to like instill that everywhere now, and even down to the education systems even more, to where we not even learning about that shit at all. They just gonna give us and feed us even more bullshit.
What's up, y'all? We gonna pod today?
But it's bullshit because I can give a fuck about making that white man or that white girl feeling uncomfortable. Because at the end of the day, it's the truth. Like, I hate the fact that we kind of we're looked down upon when we speak on certain things, and it's like, well, were you a slave, or who gives a fuck if I was a slave or not? Like, a lot of shit that's been going on then is still going on today. It's just being done differently. So I don't like the fact that they trying to implement that shit, and we need to do something about it, but not a lot of people, Black people, aren't tapping into that. We worry more about the bullshit, worrying about what celebrity getting into this or that, or the Marys or the fucking Gucci and all that bullshit. So, I want to hear what y'all got to say.
I was talking about that this morning, and it's a lot of times, it's crazy. things that change always remain the same. You understand what I'm saying? So if you look at the news, and I've been all around the world, you know what I'm saying, in the last 20-something years, you know, and I started traveling with the military when I was like 17 years old. So even though things change, they still stay the same. But like you said, they're put out differently. So before, you could only see the stuff if you see it on the movie. You're sitting down watching the news, you pick up the paper or you see it for yourself. You know what I'm saying? But now you can pick up your phone and you see everything going on. Now it's more visible because every time something happens, somebody picking up the phone and now they streaming it or they showing it. So a lot of cats is naive to the fact to where, oh, this don't go on, that don't go on. Oh, it still goes on. You know what I mean? Every day. You know what I'm saying? It's all about your outlook and then your perception of things. And I don't even understand the racism because everybody messing with somebody right now. You know, so what's a pure race?
Yeah, exactly. Can't take the blood.
What's a pure race? But you get these cats that's oh white this, and even us, oh black this, oh white this, or whatever the case may be. You know what I'm saying? And I've deployed and stationed, fought, battled with all different races. You know what I'm saying? And I've seen people that's never even, when I was stationed in Sumter down at Shaw, never even left that area. People that I talked to when I was up in Fort Drum don't see no black people, and they still call them colored. It's 2022.
Oh, shit.
It's true. That's how it is. Though you go to like those like sketch style like in places like that, they'll see like my mother. She same complexion as Jalyn. Oh, well, it's all white dude. Oh, like colored girl. He don't look at it like he like, but she like, what the fuck? You know what I mean?
Oh, people in South Dakota, North Dakota, never seen a black person in their life.
Right.
But it's
Besides TV.
It's almost kind of crazy though with that CRT thing because it's another side of it, and then this is where I feel like I'm open-minded, so I feel like this is a little bit fair because another piece of it is that it says that people who aren't black or people who aren't in a minoritized racial group, you're incapable of judging someone of color based on anything other than the color. But I think that's a little bit unfair because I feel like racism. I feel like that shit is taught. I don't feel like you're born with it.
I had a really toxic job, and I was around a whole bunch of like Trump supporters, and it taught me a lot. Because you'll be upset, right? But then you have to realize that like they didn't wake up feeling this way. Like just the way that I have my ideals and beliefs and values, by the way that I was brought up, by the people that I grew up with, they have those same things, and they think they're right. Like you can't tell them no different because it's what they were brought up in. So you really have to like look at people from where they are. It's like, okay, I may think you're a bad person, but it's like you think that you are right in what you think because of how your parents taught you, like the TV you watched growing up. And it's like, I could tell you wrong, but I can't even necessarily tell you that you're wrong because you've had your experiences and the things that you've gone through to make your mind up about this specific thing. And it's like, it's just, I'm okay with it. I can't even be mad at you because I'm losing sleep and you not. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, you have to meet people where they are when it comes. I mean, I'm not going to tolerate disrespect, but at the same time, like, you can't be mad at the way that people think if they Republican or Trump supporter or whatever, this, that, and the third. When it's like they truly believe in it because of their experiences. Because if I just walk around the world and just angry, it ain't hurting them, it's hurting me.
Nah,
Yeah.
I mean, I could give a fuck about you being a Republican or Democrat, because all that shit bullshit anyway. But at the end of the day, if you a white man coming in my face saying some racist shit, I'm gonna slap the shit out you.
But they
She
weren't
didn't say
like
disrespect. She ain't gonna
they
tell her
weren't being
disrespect.
disrespectful.
I know.
But they
I'm
would be
saying,
talking
I'ma just slap
about
the shit
like
out you.
just politics and stuff, and it would be stuff that they weren't being like blatantly disrespectful.
okay,
I'm not
I
gonna
can
like they wasn't
respect
just
that.
like calling me a nigger with a hard R like to my face.
Yeah.
Like they were just like speaking about politics in a way they thought it was like true and real. And it's like, why would me trying to explain to you my point of view? It's gonna make you double down on how you feel about it. I could correct you in the ways that I think that you're wrong, but at the end of the day, you believe what you believe because of shit that you've been through. And me telling you about my experience, you're not gonna be able to meet me here because you haven't been through what I've been through. I'm just wasting my breath.
Facts. What you was about to say, OG?
It's funny that this conversation came up. But even with politics, Y'all know that's bullshit, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You understand what I'm saying?
Politicians
Because,
are good actors.
yeah, it's real shit. Because at the end of the day, networking and spending money makes money. You understand that same right? I can't be around 5 broke motherfuckers and then think I'm gonna be successful. Because you pull and you grow from your surroundings. You understand what I'm saying? So it's the same thing with politics. I'm a Democrat, you're a liberal, you're a Republican. But at the end of the day, when these cats is off camera, they all sit down at the table and eat. Because somebody has something that somebody else needs.
Right.
And I tell people this all the time. You ain't got to have it all. You ain't got to have all the answers. But if you need something, and I know how to get it, whether it's a phone call or I got it, now you're looking at me in a certain way. You're going to say, boss, that bull.
Right.
Same thing goes for you, and you. But damn, I know he might know somebody or he might have it. Let me call him. I might not give it to you right now. I mean, I got this sitting on the shelf. Hey, call this boy and tell him boss sent you. He'll get you straight. Now you straight, but your struggle was extreme until you reached me. And I made everything smooth out for you. And your eyes, I'm that boy. But I didn't do anything. It's just a networking concept. You know what I'm saying? And they put on an excellent show. When they're on TV. Hate him, I hate this, I hate that, but because of people, if you was a fly on the wall in the office room somewhere, they having dinner together. Sunday dinner. So it's just stroking the fire, and it divides everything, you know? And if you're stupid enough to believe that it's just divided, it's not. How can you be a world power and it's divided? If it was divided, how CNN and Fox News and all the state of the West, we wouldn't even be the strongest country in the world. You know what I mean? It starts from the top. Even with this pandemic shit, right? I don't want to hurt nobody. Even with this, you think it was a coincidence?
Hell no.
You think it just stirred up and now it's COVID, right? You think 9/11 was a coincidence?
No.
Right? Anything that happened is already predestined to happen. You understand what I'm saying? You can't do certain shit and then think you're not going to have any collateral damage.
Listen to what he's saying.
You look one way before you cross the street.
Listen,
But I feel
There's
it's
consequences
kinda,
for every action that you.
Every
Every
going into
action.
everything. Like, that
Every
shit
action.
real.
That's like basic
Every action,
physics.
every reaction.
Everything.
Like
every action has a reaction.
what's so crazy? Because I was in Kuwait before COVID hit. I was on Camp Beering.
Okay, yeah.
I was supposed to go to Baghdad when Trump killed that general over there, and then out the blue, we just got messages like, "Oh, it's been called off," and then a couple of days later, COVID hit.
I didn't even
I was
know the
like,
general
that's
was
a
killed.
coincidence.
I want to
See?
know, like, what you said, though. You were saying, like, it wasn't a coincidence. Like, what you mean, though?
The government knew about it.
They knew about it.
Man, you think Bush just sat there and didn't know that shit was
Yes.
gonna
Bush
happen?
was a fucking idiot, Kyle. They put that nigga in a chair because he was there. Obama was a jackass too, but we're not gonna talk about that right now.
Bush knew that shit was happening, bro. I'm telling you.
Bush didn't know shit.
Yes, he did.
Bush didn't know
Yes,
shit.
he did. I'm telling you.
Bush was not the man. Okay.
How long has DC been a no-fly zone?
How long? Well, that's a military question.
For real, how long?
It's a regular question. How old are you?
25.
25. Damn. I'm 45, right? You cannot go inner city D.C. close to the Pentagon, the White House,
Hell
Lincoln.
Nothing,
nothing.
nothing.
With a
even know where Area
remote control
51 at.
plane and stand up there and fly close to them buildings. How you get a jumbo jet in the Pentagon? And at that time, I was stationed at Carlisle Barracks, the War College in Pennsylvania. I had just got out of the Army, was going into the Air Force, right? Was on my way down here. I got here September the 10th that year. Woke up the next morning, I seen that. I thought they was watching a movie or something. Hey, what are y'all watching? It's live. Phone call rung, just like that. I had to report down here. My thing is, how did you get that jet inside a no-fly zone that easy? Didn't nobody know? Well, the plane that hit up there in Pennsylvania wasn't even that far away from Carlisle Barracks. Now, Carlisle Barracks is a war college. every officer go to make colonel, they have to go there as a captain to get promoted. So let's say 95% officer, 5% enlisted. You understand what I'm saying? As support. That plane that crashed in Pennsylvania wasn't too far away from that. Now, was it going there? I don't know. People say it is. People say it wasn't. But how do you get that?
I didn't know that. That's news to me.
You know what I mean?
So you can't fly?
No.
Fuck no.
No.
Do you know what Area 51 is?
You talking about that shit that them dumb ass
Not
niggas
even
talking
Area
about storming?
51, the White
Oh,
House.
wow,
Like, you can't go into DC. You can't fly into
They
DC.
had a documentary and like they had like when they were playing like the air traffic like recorded like they like had eyes on it like as soon as they entered DC airspace like with the one in the Pentagon and like the one in New York. So I feel like they always had eyes on it, but like you can't just shoot down a plane because a plane isn't responding, and that's what the plane was not
I
responding.
think it was citizens. This was a commercial flight. It's like one that.
Yeah, they wasn't gonna shoot it down.
Well, the people on the plane were already calling and telling like their loved ones that the plane had been hijacked.
But think about how many people died in 9/11. Take the 50 people on the plane as opposed to the hundreds of people that died in the Twin Towers.
But that's what,
Shoot the plane
that's
down,
that's
if you ask
something
me.
That exactly.
George Bush was
I
gonna
mean,
do in the
No,
room
but
by
just
himself
gotta-
so
and not tell
when the
them.
plane was
But yeah.
flying, if you watch the documentary, when the plane was flying, like at first, like it did not look like it was like about to hit World Trade Center until it hit the turn and it went straight into the World Trade Center.
Was it a
like,
commercial
You
plane
see
that
how
hit?
low it was, though?
No, it was low. It was low, but like just like I said, like the trajectory and like where it was on, then you saw the plane turn immediately, and when the plane turned immediately, it hit the World Trade Center, and then like, I don't know, like it is like you know what I mean, like a myth or whatever the case may be. But like I said, like I don't too much know if it's like if it was like planned by the government. I really think that was like Al Qaeda, Taliban.
No.
You know,
This is what I'm gonna say.
And if the government was involved, you know what I mean, it was like some behind the scenes corruption. But as far as like the U.S. government being like involved in that, I don't know. It's like I'm just gonna be.
That's what started the war of us going
exactly
to Afghanistan.
Yeah.
So
What does war bring?
so
Money.
Right.
So let me.
They need a reason.
No, you don't. That's where they get the money for.
Let me talk. Let me Hold on. Let me show you.
We're one of the big,
So,
like the
you
world.
know how? Hold on. You know how?
How much we owe China right now?
That don't matter.
That don't mean
It don't matter how much
nothing.
we
That
owe.
don't mean nothing.
You know how Russia just went in and invaded Ukraine, right? Now, what is it over?
Putin. Putin need that
No,
paper.
they want.
Putin need the paper.
They
Putin is the 55th richest person
Right.
in the world.
Like, what he-
They
Number
want-
2 in Russia.
they
Russia
want they want territory and it's shit with gas and all that.
It wasn't really
Now-
gas with the way Putin worded
Can
it.
I get to?
I'm sorry, I got to, you know what I mean, put the right information out there. The way Putin worded it was that Ukraine was about to join NATO, and you know what I mean.
They don't want them to join NATO.
It was in the works for real. Like Ukraine was about to be NATO, like da da da. So Russia felt like Ukraine, like being like where it was,
Right
if
there.
NATO was like a allied state, that it would be like a security.
They're boxed. They're
Yeah.
like they're
security thing.
surrounded.
And like it just doesn't make sense to me for it to be a security thing when Russia is the massive country that it is. You know
That's
what
what
I
I'm
mean?
saying.
And it's just like
It don't matter.
they already have like Belarus, and you know,
We
like
print money
where
every day.
Belarus is like
They
positioned.
burn
Just
money
like
every day.
Russia, that's like
Come on,
Russia,
man.
like Russian control. So it's just like it's not really a security. I don't know.
So what happens if the Ukraine join NATO? What's next? Tell me what you think is next.
I don't know. I mean, what do you think?
They're allies at this point.
Let me just say this about the 9/11.
What's wrong
And
with
then we
joining NATO?
hold on. Let me say this about the 9/11, and then we can get back. And then we can get back to that. As far as what you were saying, like how you don't think, or how y'all don't think the government has something to do with that. I feel like instead of us doing what Russia did to Ukraine by just going in that bitch and kicking down the door, they had to come up with some reason to take their ass over there in the Middle East.
Yes.
All of that shit over there in the Middle East is over oil, and believe it or not, heroin. That's where heroin is grown, and that shit comes from over there to here.
Okay. Y'all don't want to
Y'all
believe
playing,
it.
but it do. And
The
that was
opioid
just
epidemic is real here.
That was just an excuse to say, oh, Al Qaeda just came and fucking did this to us, and now we got the right to go over there and do it.
But
Man,
that's
they
what
had
you
that
wanted
shit
to
set
hear.
up, bro.
That's what everybody wanted to hear. So
But
it's
that's-
easy for us
Yeah.
to put it out.
That
But
don't even
everybody
sound
wanna hear it.
right.
Because after, no, go ahead.
But even back to the NATO, Jim.
Yeah.
Ukraine was about to join in, and now Russia ain't doing nothing but kicking the door on their cousins. You understand what I'm saying?
Right.
They right there on the border.
On their brothers, they brothers.
Yeah.
That's weird.
Is Ukraine is number 4 in the world with natural resources.
Right.
Russia is number 2. Only 4% of our natural resource gas come from Russia, but it's money. So if I'm Ukraine and you Russia and you NATO, but I want to join you, if I join NATO, right, then what did that give U.S. access to?
Then them
It
natural
gives access
resources.
to your natural resources.
NATO isn't just it's a treaty. Like, it's not just
Right.
a word that people be saying. Like, it's a treaty. Like, y'all
Okay.
are supposed to bond.
The
And
bond.
they're allies.
So if I'm
Yeah.
bonding with you,
Right.
what am I putting on your
Exactly.
borders next? Troops.
Right.
Exactly.
It's like the United
If
Nations
I'm putting
type
troops
shit.
on your
It's the same
borders,
shit.
if I'm putting troops on your borders, that means I'm right there on the Russian border. Now I'm the closest to the Soviet Union that I've ever been.
They
Same
trying to
thing
put
with you.
Ukraine back
You understand what I'm
in
saying?
Soviet
So
shit.
now you're a part of us. I'm gonna
Control,
send
yeah.
troops. What did we
And
just
also
come out
natural
of over
resources
20
like
years?
this.
Afghanistan. We just pulled out. So where we gonna go? War makes money. You understand what I'm saying? And I don't care if you're Republican or Democrat. Wars make money. Wars create jobs for us and everybody else. Because now we over there. Don't be surprised if you start seeing troops and bases set up in Ukraine. I'm telling you.
It ties
That's
into what
only
you were
gonna happen.
saying.
No. That's only going to happen if they join NATO. The U.S. cannot station troops in Ukraine without.
No, but
Where they at
listen,
right now?
but
They've
they're
already
they're
started.
hitting other countries. They're hitting other countries that are NATO. Right.
Yeah.
Allied states, but they cannot.
Christian,
Ukraine.
is Afghanistan a part of NATO?
No,
Is
Chicago.
U.S. embassies
We
in Iraq
declared
and
war
Afghanistan?
against them. So you know what I mean? That's why we were over there. Like we announced that we officially declared war. Chicago, for real. Like the UK. Look it up, y'all. Like the U.S. cannot. Like we cannot have posts in Ukraine.
We can go in there
We
though.
can't. That's what
It's
they
not-
We
write
don't. We
that
can't have military
but they
bases,
do it.
but we can go. We can go.
I mean,
into
yeah,
Ukraine.
of course we can go. But I mean, they were saying like the U.S. being posted like if it's going to be like a base, and it's just like it can't be a base in Ukraine yet because it's not a NATO ally.
I feel like U.S. is not going to do that because
Yeah.
they already know China is going to come right behind. As soon as they say we're going to war with Russia, China is coming right
But
behind.
there's
why they
no
don't wanna
need
go.
to invade right now because China is Russia is looking for China.
Yeah,
for
they're
medical supplies and help. They don't
China
have
and
the-
Russia
they
talking
don't
to
have
each
the
other.
funding.
Yeah.
But if you look at the news, you already say U.S. has told China you better not intervene.
Right. They got
Yeah,
too much to
I'm saying-
They
lose.
both don't fuck with us though, Russia. and
China don't have
Yeah.
no military presence at all.
If Trump was still in seat, we probably would have been with Russia.
And they still do. And they still fuck all that. They still do.
They're just two world superpowers, and they're just trying to like, you know what I mean? It's like an intimidation thing.
Yeah, like
I
muscle.
was watching on CNN, like the guy was saying, like it's just like intimidation is what they're trying to do because China can't beat, like you know what I mean, NATO allied states, and Russia can't beat NATO allied states, but them together, superpower. You know
Still
what I
can't
mean?
beat them.
Yeah, but Russia does have like extreme nuclear weapons, and that's why
We do too.
And so do we.
Yeah, we do too, y'all. But Russia, I don't know, y'all. Just look it up.
So you on the ground?
Hell no,
No.
that's straight missiles. That's
I
missiles and
They should be
fucking
more
rockets.
concerned about a cyber attack.
And that's our war.
The reason like they didn't cut off like y'all know how we got Visa, MasterCard, all that here. The reason they didn't cut like Russia off from like it's called like a whatever break. I don't know what it's called, but the reason they didn't cut it off because they're scared that Russia will respond with nuclear defense. Meaning that like if we cut off like your Visa, you know what I mean? Like they won't be able to spend money in Russia at all. Like, you gotta have like whatever the money is called.
Well, we can handle like nuclear attack shit like that.
Yeah, because we have anti
No,
missiles.
no, bro. We cannot handle
hell
nobody.
You don't know what like.
You know what I mean? Like,
Do you know what-
like,
you
All,
know
all they gotta do is like push a
even
button.
in like
Like,
like 300, 400, 500 miles.
Bro, you gotta think, just as well as we advance in technology and weapons, China is too.
What the fuck are they?
but
Bro,
China
Russia
don't
is
have
the
no
aliens, for real.
You think so?
military.
You think so?
What?
Military.
You think so?
China?
You really think that?
They might have like
China,
other,
if we went back to boots on the ground, China will beat us.
but they
in
don't
the
have
fucking-
no manpower. Like
fighting
China
skills,
can't do nothing.
Niggas will go back to having swords in the front of the fucking guns and
I don't believe that.
hand-to-hand
I don't even know what
combat.
you're talking about no more.
Yeah.
Y'all lost me.
I'm telling you, the world superpower, superpower. I feel like China is a superpower, but not the world superpower. Like
No, nah, they not.
I don't believe they'll do this on ground, or I don't believe they'll do this in the air or anywhere else. You know what I mean? But
You don't think they beat us in ground?
I just don't think that because
You know we kind of really lost the Vietnam War. You know?
with Chicago.
That's not China though.
I mean,
Yeah.
they still Asian. They still Asian.
But that's
I'm gonna say
different.
China. We know we can
No.
war with China. In the country, China.
It's still Asian, man. It's
That's,
No,
but that's
no,
not
no,
China.
no.
Okay. I guess. Go ahead.
I heard like
Didn't we
y'all
have
say
a
my
critical
military.
race
Y'all tell me if
theory?
it's true. I heard niggas ain't get this bold till Trump was out of there.
Yeah, what?
Get this bold until Trump was out of there, like these other countries. That's what I'm saying. I'm asking y'all. Do y'all know? Is that not true?
I just feel like it's coincidence. It's like it's convenient for people to say stuff like that because of how like brash Trump was. So, like,
Trump
I
is
feel
a money man,
If
so
Trump wasn't there, it would have been happening. If say Obama was allowed to be in office like for 50 years, like Putin is. Like if Obama was sitting there, like this stuff would have still been happening, like regardless of who the president was. So it's just like that just kind of a reach. Like Trump is not.
You silent over there, man. What's up with you?
Hey, I know where
You might need to just move on.
yeah, like Jalyn said.
We started critical race theory.
So y'all help me out with this shit. I want, but you going next after me. What the fuck? Do y'all love this? Do y'all believe that astrology shit? Like if my birthday's in March and yours is in May.
You're Pisces.
That makes us compatible.
Yeah, water signs.
No.
Because
I think Mark's
look,
very sure.
well, but his
Why? Hold on. That shit.
But he's a
don't make no
Pisces.
fucking sense. Go ahead, though. You go first, please.
there's I believe in all of it.
Why?
I'm not like a hard like I'm not gonna like die on a hill over some like astrological signs, but as far as like personality traits, more often than not, I've seen that they be right. Like,
So a nigga born in February is more aggressive than a nigga born in April.
oh, you being real aggressive right now. So what you?
You're February.
So who are you supposed? What other sign are you supposed to be compatible with?
I always get along very well with Pisces men. I don't get along with Leos because they have very strong personality.
They're weird.
So you really believe that?
They have very arrogant. I'm not gonna be like, if I meet a guy that's a Leo, I'm not gonna be like, I can't talk to you, a Leo, because that's weird. You know what I'm saying? But it's like
But some people do that.
Some people do, and I think that's crazy. But
She came from
Please, get the fuck away. Okay. I get it. That's crazy.
Yeah, I definitely believe in like the astrology, all that. I don't know, it just make a lot of sense. Like, I don't know. It's like, all right, for example, Leos.
Just go this
way. Leos I have met. I feel like they all act the same, men and women. They just all like have like this
arrogant.
Like,
Don't ever be wrong.
Cocky.
Hey, I feel attacked,
Well, put this into perspective, everybody. So y'all say a Leo. So what are some traits of a Leo that is
arrogant, know-it-all. You know what I mean, stubborn.
All about
You know what I
themselves.
mean? What else?
It sounds like you describing Aries.
No, that because that
I
one
mean,
you
you
think
know what I
you.
mean? I feel like Aries and Leo, you know what I mean, are like brother and sister somehow, you know what I mean? But Aries is also a bad sign.
Yeah,
But,
they really
Hot
hot-headed.
But like I was saying, I don't know, it's just like, with me personally doing my like research, you know what I mean, or whatever, about qualities like that, you'll see, okay, these qualities for Leo, and then you'll be like, okay, you'll know this person your whole life and be like, dang, like, da-da-da-da-da, like, my little brother, he's a Leo. You get what I mean? Like, the whole time I can't understand, like, why he's so, like, brash, you know what I mean, rude, or, you know what I mean, arrogant, stubborn, you know what I mean, whatever. And the whole time it's because he's a Leo, and it makes sense. Like, the whole time I didn't put two and two together. I don't know. It sounds like a whole lot of jambalaya, but don't sleep on the astrological signs.
We're going to
I
get back,
just-
OG, but put this thing into perspective for me, because I know you're cooking something right now.
Hey man, I didn't used to believe it. I'm a Pisces.
Yeah. And it's crazy because everybody that seems to be some type of attracted to me is a Cancer.
I'm a Cancer.
Yeah. Cancer and Pisces are like perfect.
They like right here with
My
it.
ex-wife was a Cancer. My last girlfriend was a Cancer. Birthdays 2-3 days apart from each other. But
It's a
something's
water
wrong
sign.
with something's wrong with you.
No.
No.
Emotional.
Y'all extremely emotional.
Yeah,
I
that
like-
is true. That is true.
Crybaby
but
cancers.
listen, we
Crybaby.
emotional, but we love.
We love hard.
Yeah,
love
y'all do.
hard, okay?
Even the-
Yeah, that's why I don't.
Yeah, no,
really
I
vibe
won't
too
date.
well with
Yeah, I won't
cancer
date a
men.
cancer.
I don't know, it makes kind of sense whether you look at it or whatever.
It be making
case may be,
sense.
But, I mean, some people are just weird as fuck.
That too.
You know what I mean? Some people are assholes and some people are weirdos. You know what I'm saying? Regardless of who you with your side. But you know, I guess you can pull some of it out.
Oh, no, that
You know,
was-
some people
Oh, no, you an asshole.
I'm not, definitely not a weirdo.
Can I ask y'all what y'all signs are?
I'm a Pisces.
Pisces.
I'm a Virgo, and I don't understand like the uproar about Virgos lately. Like, I really feel like.
So you believe it?
I'm a Aries.
Nah, Virgos with Kayla.
What's the Aries and Virgo?
Yes, and I will say Virgos can be, and don't take offenses, but Virgos can be manipulative. Very manipulative.
Cancers can be manipulative.
That's why I know that Virgos can be manipulative. What?
I'm glad you said that.
Oh, Shakai, please. And let's talk about Aries.
Yeah,
Hothead.
assholes. Period.
All
Nah,
that.
but
Yeah.
really, if you're really not a Pisces, then
I feel like Pisces are really deep thinkers, and that's why I always vibe with them.
This
They
nigga?
do.
Hell no.
Or they like. But you a February. I knew you a March.
Yeah, what's the difference?
This is different. And then it like depends.
I'm March 5th. What's that mean?
You can have
Man,
other
we in
stuff in your
birthdays.
chart too, so like it's different. You can have,
chart? You talking
yeah.
about
So
the
I have Leo in my chart too.
Mm-hmm.
Like you can have different, like you know what I'm saying. You can have different stuff in your chart, like rising
Astrology
sign.
is not something that's just new. This is like ancient
Yeah.
Like the
Chinese
Mayans were-
practices.
yeah.
So it's not something that just popped up out of nowhere. This stuff has been around for like centuries. So when you actually study it, there's like she was talking about the
Stars.
chart, like it's really complicated, but it's like the way the stars are aligned and stuff, it basically can tell your like life path story and your whole life story by your birth chart, which is crazy. Yeah.
So hold on, what's the most aggressive?
Sign.
Which one?
You said what's the most aggressive sign?
Aggressive?
Sagittarius.
Scorpios are.
Oh,
I have
yeah.
to agree. I have to agree.
That's, what's Sagittarius are?
December.
December, November,
Yeah,
late
'cause
November,
my-
early
My
December.
mama definitely.
Sagittarius.
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 Yeah.
Not the
Well,
most
back then,
aggressive
I'd say.
sign.
We gonna see. Logo check out. We gonna find out when OG. But the last topic I had, I wanted to ask y'all about, and then I'm gonna pass this thing to Kyle. Y'all, what's the deal breaker quality when it comes to dating, things like that? Like, what is the one that's just like, oh hell, I gotta get up out of here.
I'm gonna start first. I'm gonna say, I feel like the deal breaker quality is like trust. Like, you know what I mean? If I feel like I can't trust you, it's just like there is no foundation for a relationship. You know what I mean? Like, trust is I feel like trust is the initial foundation of a relationship behind all the other good stuff that go in a relationship. But if I can't trust you, and you a liar, you know what I mean? And you gonna lie about this and lie about that, it's like, yeah, that's a deal breaker for me.
I feel like the trust, that shit is up there.
Yeah.
It's almost like I feel like that's one of the 10 commandments of love.
Not
Like,
10.
you know,
Don't lie.
OG.
Don't trust a person to do what?
Get
No,
you killed.
no.
Trust can be a lot of different things.
Really,
Okay, so
Shakai?
let me rewind this. Okay, a deal breaker for me is lying, a liar.
Yeah.
You're a liar.
Not trust, my bad, a liar.
So you want somebody to tell the truth. You want a truthful person. Basically.
Yeah, a truth.
I feel like we all should aim to
everybody
be
should
truthful.
be
No, I know.
Both
I'm
can't
just
handle the truth
trying to
now.
It hurts sometimes, but it's just like I'd rather the truth than, you know what I mean, a lie. Especially in a relationship, when we talk, I feel like we talk about relationship. In a relationship, if I cannot trust you, it's like there is no foundation there. It's like it's kind of like a box with nothing in it. It's gonna fall. Like something heavy's gonna fall through.
But trust you to do what, though?
That's true.
I'm just
I mean,
saying.
because there's levels to it. You know what I mean?
Level one.
Yeah.
It's like no. It's like I don't know. It's just for me like a liar is just like it's like the ultimate.
Everybody lies.
Everybody lies. Everybody lies as far as a relationship, like saying you doing this, but you're not doing this. You know what I mean? I don't know.
Take it. Be able to depend on the person.
No, I don't want to be able to depend on nobody.
I do. Hold on.
Okay.
When you say like the trust, but do you ever, and hear me out, do you ever feel like sometimes that, you know, the truth ain't good enough for somebody?
If the truth ain't good enough for somebody,
You don't ever feel like sometimes, like somebody deserves to have their face rewarded?
A lot of people don't want the truth.
Yeah, a lot of people say I want honesty but cannot handle the truth at all.
I do. I would need an example from you where the truth would not be enough. You know what I mean? Or the truth would be
Like, just say for example, like, put it in perspective. Let's like look at this Kim K kind of situation. Okay. Shit like that. You know, when the kids are older, like telling them shit like all this shit that your father was doing, I feel like lying about that or lying to hide your mother's sex tape. Not saying that's wrong, but I feel like that type of shit is more important than you want to tell the truth about it.
Yeah. No, but like in this example, you know what I mean, which makes it different from the situation you brought up is this. We're talking about a mother or a father or parents hiding something from a child. You know what I mean? Versus, you know what I mean, you hiding something from a significant other. Churn.
I mean, it's still the same thing.
No, it's not the same thing. Kids don't need to know everything. Kids don't need to know how, if mom and daddy still together after 20 years, kids don't need to know how mom and daddy was like fist fighting and
Yes, they do.
You ever been fucking with somebody?
I think
at a
certain point,
yes,
the
at a
kids
certain
do need to
point,
know.
yes,
they go to school, like.
Yes, they do. Because if you hear from somebody,
Y'all, we
else,
talk about something completely different than what the question was.
Yeah.
we get too deep.
Maybe my example was, you know,
You just want somebody that you
Yeah, can
you
you
don't want to look
speak-
stupid out here.
Yeah.
Let's
You
just
don't
go
wanna
around the
look
room
stupid.
and give y'all qualities. Like, you don't gotta go too deep. Just give what you would want. Like, if you next.
I have a lot of
Yeah.
deal breakers.
No, you just
We'll
the
quality.
quality that you
A
want.
deal
What's a deal
breaker.
breaker?
Deal breaker quality.
For me, for you, it's gonna be different. You know what I mean? It's a different color over here.
I'm a little bit more seasoned, so you know.
Okay.
I don't know, man. You know what? The relationship is so long, but my thing is with me, and this is just me, you know, my individual foundation is so rock steady. I trust you to be who you are.
Mm-hmm.
You understand what I'm saying? And if I meet you and I'm dealing with you, and I see certain aspects, I'm like, yeah, I'm not going to tolerate that. Whether it's trust or whether it's whatever. You know what I mean? I'm just not going to deal with it because I don't need it. You know what I'm saying? But I'm in the point, other than me, who's the oldest person in here? Old as that? Anybody in their 30s? Mm-mm. Everybody in the 26 and low?
He close.
Oh,
I'm about to be 26.
Now he close.
I don't know, man. And people ask me this all the time. The biggest question is, you know, why you not in a relationship? Or why you not doing it? I was married for 15 years to a woman that was 15 years older than me. You understand? My daughter's 25. You understand what I'm saying? So, and I'm not old. I've been done a lot, you know what I mean? In my time. But I just trust people out to be who they are. That's what I trust you to be. I trust you to be who you are.
Because you love yourself.
More than anything. What's your
Hello.
What's my deal breaker? My thing is I can't have a do nothing bitch. You understand what I'm saying? Because here's my thing.
That laugh was kind of like too loud. Like, I wasn't liking that laugh.
He's gonna explain what
Yeah.
He's definitely gonna explain.
And it's for the women too. You know what I'm saying?
Oh,
So
you ain't gotta
right
worry
now,
about
my
it.
sister, she's 36 years old, and she's a doctor. 36 years old, no kids, never been married. You understand what I'm saying? But as she came up, I'm 7 years older than her, and I was raised by women. There's 2 men in my whole family. You know what I mean? So saying that is, I've seen a lot of stuff coming up. You know what I mean? As a young boy getting raised by women. My thing is this. If we date, right, and I meet you and I'm here, and you here, vice versa, whatever. When we come together as a partnership, a team. I'm not looking for another fucking dependent. You understand what I'm saying? I'm looking for somebody that I can grab on with. If you here, I can bring you up the hair grade. I want to know what you want to be when you grow up. And if I have those avenues to put you there. If you wanted to be a basket weaver, if I have the avenues and connection and the money to put you there, to push you to be the best basket weaver in the world, and that's your passion. Now I've put you into a place to where you can be great individually. And being great individually blows the team up. Because if I'm great and you great, blows the team up. And on the flip side of that, nothing is forever. Everything that has a beginning has an end. The only thing that's guaranteed you in life is death.
And tax.
So at the end of the day, I can't do nothing but trust and believe you to be you. And if you're not a fit for me, wherever I'm trying to be in life, then baby, we not a fit. We can be cool, but you're not that one. And it goes the same thing from women to men. You understand what I'm saying? If you know your next breath is not guaranteed, why do you want to be with somebody that's holding you down? Men or women. They're an anchor. You ever stop dealing with somebody and
You
then
just
shot to
free
the
like a
moon?
bird.
Right? You stop dealing with somebody,
No, for
and when
real.
you was with them, it was so hard. Then you stopped dealing with them, and then you shot straight to the moon. Shit start opening up, doors start opening up. You start getting more money in your pocket. You felt better. Your bones wasn't aching no fucking more. You ain't had no tension, headaches. You ever felt like that before? Yeah. You know what I mean? It has to be a mesh to be great. And if the person that you with is a shit bag, sooner or later you gonna let them go, and you gonna be a shit bag too. And that's the harsh reality of life.
That's it. I like it. I'm glad you did that. Because I hear a lot of murmuring over here. I can't wait.
Fucking whispering and shit.
I don't know.
And you better not
No,
say
you
cheating
know,
neither.
you know.
But what if that is the deal breaker though?
It's something that-
Cheating.
Don't
I
say
guess
cheating.
he talk about like affection. That's like a
Yeah.
deal breaker for me.
Affection?
Yeah.
Wait, what you mean?
Like showing that you love me, basically.
Like,
Like,
you want it.
No. It's like consistency of like, what's the word?
romance and stuff like that.
enough?
Huh?
I didn't
Yeah.
hug you enough?
Yeah, like
That's valid.
it's just
Yeah.
I don't know how to explain it. It's just
Well,
it's
first of all,
feel
you
like- I
gotta know
feel
who
like-
you with. If they want love and why you can't just give it to them?
Yeah.
If you can't, that means y'all incompatible. You need to keep it pushing. Is that wrong?
I'm gonna say
No,
this.
I'm gonna let that shit.
I'm not a Pisces. I'm a Cancer.
Yeah, like what?
I'm just explaining. Like
it's
if that's
certified
not
lover
language,
girl,
it's
seriously.
It's like,
I ain't saying you wrong. I
No.
just like.
I don't mean to cut you off. I'm really
No, you're
I'm gonna say
fine.
this. So you know we together, right? I can be honest, and it's been a lot of times where I don't, show the romance or the affection sometimes because it was just never something I was accustomed to. But I feel that, I don't know if she feel that way, but I feel like I'm at least starting and I'm trying and I'm doing more than I was, Yeah. And I'm doing something, so it's like I get it, women do want the affection, the romance, all that shit.
And I'm gonna say, just as a woman,
Go
I
ahead,
don't
speak
feel
it,
like
speak
that's
it.
wrong for you
Yeah.
to want that. But I could give a fuck. You didn't hug me enough. Well,
But I mean, there are men that do want to be romanced as well.
Yeah, sure, yeah.
Like, it's just
Whatever it is, not love signs.
Your love language.
love language, yeah.
Love language.
But
Your love language might be different from, your partner's love language, but if y'all speak each other's love language, then, everything is smooth.
Who's ever read that book by Gary Chapman, The 5 Love Languages?
I haven't read it, but
I've heard
I
of
read
it.
up on it.
I ain't read it, but I definitely looked through it.
The footnote.
He
I
said he's
went
skilled.
through a whole lot,
End of the
you know what
book.
I'm saying?
But it's just
I feel like I had to. Like, my relationship was so toxic, I feel like I had to.
no, for
That's
real.
what you
Yes,
was
that's
Yeah,
My
yeah.
marriage was in the dumps, you know what I mean? I was sitting there reflecting on what's going on.
Right.
And the book was given to me and I read it. And I read all the different books for the kids, the girlfriend, the husband, the wife. And it's important. The love language
Everybody
is
got
important
different
because
love
it's how you
languages.
interact with each other. You know what I'm saying? So if your love language is signs of affection, but mine is gift-giving, I can give you all day.
Right, but
You're not gonna feel love.
yeah.
Right.
You know what I mean? You might want to walk past in the kitchen and grab your ass and that's enough with you all day.
Oh, I definitely do that.
You know what I mean?
okay.
You gotta know.
Gross.
If you don't, then it's a problem.
Right.
Because now I'm showing you that I love you, but it's not connecting with you.
You're not receiving
Right.
it the way
Yeah.
you're showing it.
Yeah.
Oh, it's my turn.
Yeah.
That's cool. We gonna spin it back.
Oh Lord.
Kayla.
Hey, we got kind of so we can get to the next thing real quick.
Okay, I was about to say,
I ain't trying to
it's always me. It's always me.
I think my deal breaker is just somebody that I can't be comfortable with. Like which plays into like trust. Like I think for me, I just have to be like, I want to have a space where I can just completely be myself and not feel like any judgment or anything like that. So, yeah, that's my deal breaker.
I think I just want the space to be soft because I'm tired of leading, and that's all.
Yeah.
Okay.
That feminine energy.
I think that was the deep one.
Is that?
Yeah.
I don't know.
I want to be soft. I don't want to be a strong black woman no more. I
Like
want
submissive?
to follow.
Like,
I
you
don't,
don't
not
want
even
to-
be,
you
I mean,
don't
just
be
maybe, but
independent.
I don't want to have to figure it out all the time. I want somebody to be like,
She don't want to be.
don't worry about it. I got it. Because I'm
Yeah.
always being the one like, I'll figure it out eventually.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
I want to be the one. I want to be feminine and soft and dainty, but I can't do that because I always have to figure it out. And I'm tired of figuring it out.
Hello.
Do you figure it out because you have to figure it out?
I have no like if things would crash and burn if I didn't figure it out.
Right. Right.
Because, well, I will say that I may have a better head on my shoulders than a lot of men I come in contact with, and that may be a testament to the men that I'm approaching or like being drawn to. Maybe I need to start getting higher standards, but I don't want to figure it out because and if you okay with letting me figure it out, then that's a tell too. Because why are you letting me?
What if you value your opinion?
Okay, value my opinion, but don't like die on my opinion. Like
So every person that you dealt with, that you chose,
seriously,
you had to take control of everything.
Seriously. But like I said, it's a testament to the people that I might have been attracted to. That's why I'm like, I need to do some self-work. Because if I'm always drawn to these people that are drawn to me and they're expecting me to take care of it, maybe there's something wrong with me and I need to look and see why I'm drawn to that type of person. No, because I know I'm very self-aware. Like maybe I need to,
You like to lead.
no, but I don't. I know that I'm good at it. I know that it's
You know what I mean?
So
Like you want to be the girl, but you know what I mean. You want to be the girl in certain aspects, and like other aspects you want to like.
I work in finance.
Okay.
So I'm automatically probably gonna be better at money than you. You know what I'm saying? And that's fine. And I can figure the problems out, but it shouldn't always depend on me to do that. You know what I mean?
Just because
like,
I'm good at it. Yeah.
Yeah, just because I'm like I can, but don't like just.
I
understand what you mean.
Yeah.
You want somebody to just
be
take
like, I got
charge.
it.
Yeah.
Even though we know I can you just take the initiative to do it too?
You just rather, you know what I mean.
I don't want to have to worry about it.
Each other can fall in each other's arms because like I can see it from your counterparts. Your counterparts place they feel like if you just want to be the woman that leads, it's just like dang, you know what I mean. It's like I am tired of leading. It's like I want to fall back one time, you know what I mean.
Right, and that
like,
too. But it's like it's like okay. I'm better at finance, whatever, I'll take care of it. But it's like, I also work 2 jobs. I'm in school full time. So if I come home and you still want a meal like hot and ready for you, it's like, can I get a break at some point? I don't want to have to do everything. Like, I'm tired. And then you want me to be a freak for you at night? Like, I'm tired.
Hello.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Like, give me a break.
You want to freak at night? You want me to cook? You want me to
Take
clean
care of
the
kids
whole
if you
house?
got kids.
Yeah, like, and go to work, clock in 9 to 5.
it's like maybe you just want like an equilibrium, you know.
Yeah.
And that's
50,
fine
50.
too, but it's like, it'll never be here. Like, can I at least get here first? And then I may like set my dreams a little bit higher, but I can't even get here with it. So it's just, I'm tired of doing that. I'm not doing
You
it.
know, we are in an area where, you know what I mean, like, it is an influx, like, you know what I mean, a plethora of, like, guys who are, you know what I mean, are not as level-headed as you. So, you know what I mean, maybe you need to uproot yourself.
But it's like, even if you looking at it from the financial aspect, even if I'm dealing with a guy that makes 6 figures, he be fucked up in the head. So it's like, now I have to carry you emotionally too.
Yeah.
Like, cause you got like this unresolved trauma that you haven't worked through. So now I'm your therapist. So it's like, and I can be that shoulder to cry on, but your traumas are materializing in other ways that are affecting me negatively, and you are refusing to deal with it. So it's like, yeah, you might be taking care of this, but it's like I also am like stopping you from saying, like, it just runs real deep.
Yeah.
I just want to be here. and I don't never be here. You know what I mean?
I mean, you deserve here, but you know what I mean, you gotta know that you deserve here. And once you know that you deserve here, then you know what I mean, I feel like you will start experiencing people who are here with you. You know what I mean? But, like I said, you walk a different experience than me. You know what I mean? You're a black woman, so things are way different. So I don't take away from what you're saying.
That's not. Don't ever call me a strong black woman. I swear to God, that is not a compliment. Do not ever call me that.
A black
Do
woman.
not ever call me that.
I see that.
I'm tired of being strong.
Yeah,
Shit
I was gonna say
irritating.
you next, man. Lover boy, what's up?
I say probably a person that can't take accountability.
That's it. Flip that shit on you. When you bring it up to her.
Yeah, like, flip it,
Oh,
you know
boy.
what I'm saying? We just going in circles, and it make this shit more toxic.
Saying stuff that don't make sense.
Right, yeah.
Gaslighting.
Well, remember when 2
Yeah.
years ago?
Right, you know what I'm saying?
Explain gas.
I'm mad about that.
Right,
It's basically
That
like,
person just been sitting on it.
you know what I'm saying is the truth, but you would rather try to make me seem like
crazy.
Yeah, like I don't know that it's the truth, even though we both know it's the truth.
But I think it can happen both ways.
I didn't say it couldn't. I'm just saying. He asked me what gaslighting means. I'm telling him what gaslighting is.
Yeah. Right.
It's a power thing.
Okay.
Yeah, it's just a form of manipulation.
It's all on you. What's up with you? Yeah.
How you ask a question you ain't got an answer for it?
Damn, I should have been thinking about that shit. I don't know, man. The deal breaker for me, I don't need too much, man. I'm like,
That's not true.
No.
Everybody got a deal breaker.
What if she messy?
Don't got no job, 3 kids.
Yeah. Hard dirty. She a stripper bitch. Remember that?
Come on, boy.
She a stripper.
Wait, what's wrong with stripper bitches?
No. Please, listen.
What's wrong with stripper
Oh,
bitches?
you gotta watch our episode. Yeah.
No, hold on.
Yeah.
I don't like messy shit though. I don't like the messy shit.
Drama.
I know what it is for me. I don't like if we in a relationship. Like this shit not a TV show. Like you talking to people about that shit. I don't like that.
Okay, real quick. Just to like piggyback on that real quick. I be feeling like people don't like that because, you know what I mean, other sound minds be involved, right? And it just be like, am I crazy or da-da-da? So people like to you know what I mean, confide in their friends. That's just what happened. Guys do it to their homeboys. Girls do it to their homegirls. You know what I mean? They confide in
Yes, they do.
Guys
Stop
do.
saying no.
Yeah,
Yes,
exactly.
y'all do, man.
I'm
Please.
not saying guys don't, but I know personally for me, I don't.
I mean,
You can't even go to my homeboys and say, I
So
tell
who y'all
them this
gonna
shit.
talk to
I
then?
promise
Y'all
you.
can't keep it all in.
Exactly.
It's not even just
It's gonna
homeboys.
be
It's
that was-
somebody.
I gotta talk to somebody.
You keep going.
A therapist or something.
you know what I mean?
Hell, it's on you.
They keep it all in and they come later.
Well, mine is communication.
I guess you can talk to your partner about it. I mean, but
I know
you gotta
personally for me, I know I have instances where I don't properly communicate, but I also feel that if something needs to be talked about right then, like let's hash it out. You know, like let's not do the it's nothing or just I gotta ask multiple times and then it gets to that point where I'm getting just make it simple. Let's talk about it. If we gotta disagree, then okay. But let's talk about it.
Let that shit build up, and then one day you come home and the toilet seat's still up, and now that's when that shit happens. It takes the little.
Well, don't leave the toilet seat up.
How would you do next time you're done? I know you.
How about
finna take
don't
this
live
shit
it up at all?
From the docket. Alright, so y'all know we use certain things to get certain things with certain people, right? You know? So
You boozing me.
yeah. I know I am. But
Okay, I'm about to go.
so men use money to attract women. You know, fine particular women. But then women use their body as far as what we see on IG, like, you know, bitches being these basically thongs and shit, you know, to attract men, but hate men who just want sex and nothing more.
I don't think we hate men that just want sex. I think we hate men that lie about just want sex.
Thank
My
you.
thing is, if you just tell me from jump, you don't even know if that's what I want to.
Exactly.
And then we could, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, we could work something out. But if you're going to lie to me and tell me that you really checking for me, and then once you get sex with me, I never hear from you again.
Who the fuck ever said we could work something out? That's some bullshit right there.
What, as a woman,
Yeah.
if you were like, if you like, I just got in a relationship, I don't want nothing serious, I'm kind of just looking for like a friends with benefits or something. If you come to a woman with that, I think you would, depending on the type of woman, you would get a decent response. And if you don't get a decent response, then you don't need to be dealing with that woman. Move on to the next.
But
There's
it's just
women
like,
out here that want that. You just gotta find.
That shit is not that easy.
If she don't like that,
if she's not with it, why can't she have a
pushing.
say so in like
You're not
that,
even giving me a choice.
having that type
Give
of
me a
relationship?
choice.
Wait, what you mean?
Like, give me a choice to decide if this is the type of relationship I'm on.
I
But
wanna
if you are
enter
leading me
into.
on into something else, and then yeah, I'm gonna be pissed if I find out that's all you want. You could have just told me that from jump. You don't know if that's what I'm on too. You know what I mean? I could have just got a long-term relationship, and that's all I'm looking for. But you wouldn't have known that because you fucked it up by telling me you wanted something different, and then I find out that this is what you really wanted, and now I don't want to fuck with you at all. So now you're looking stupid with your dick in your
You
hand.
assumed all this shit. But look, maybe my agenda just changed.
Your agenda
Okay,
changed?
well, communicate.
Okay, well
it.
then tell me that. Like I said, I'm a big girl. I
Yes.
can handle the truth. Just let me know. I promise you, it's gonna hurt, but I'm gonna think through it, and
That's
I'm gonna be
far
like, okay.
between with people.
And then you give me the choice. You give me the choice, right? I'm not really feeling you like that. I think a sexual relationship would be better. You're giving me that choice to be like, okay, I'm not fucking with that, or okay, let's work something out. You're not giving me the choice. Just give me the choice. Be honest with me.
It's not that easy, but it's just like, what the fuck? Bitch is supposed to just
If
throw
you
you
would have told me some
Yeah.
shit like that, I would respect you so much more. If a man would have told me some shit, I would respect him so much more if he would have just came to me. But they be playing, like, just tell me that.
Didn't y'all say it was actually our podcast episode in the first 3 seconds? People know if they want to fuck or not. That's what y'all said. Yeah. She said. So in the first 6 seconds, if you come at me with that, and I'm like, okay, all right. Or if I don't want to do it, what is the problem? You don't have to lead somebody on.
Ask me this: if a attractive nigga came to you right now and was truthful with you, would you do it right now?
If he was a fine ass nigga, yeah. What?
Y'all don't believe that?
I don't understand, but I'm telling y'all. My mama gonna watch this. I'm telling y'all.
I'm not gonna lie. In my assumption, and I can admit it's an assumption, I feel like you want somebody. You actually want something. You want to build.
Well, if I'm telling
Shakai, I'm gonna just tell you this right now. You do not know the ins and outs of what I be doing or anything.
What I want.
So it's just like you think you know, but you don't because you're assuming.
right.
And what happens when you assume?
So
Your dick is in your hand.
No, I'm gonna say this. I definitely had some instances when I was single where I let people know, like, hey, I don't want shit. You know, I just wanna chill, hang, get in between. But it don't really be that.
Well, that's because that's not what she wanted. So you find the next one.
But you still
then
fuck with me.
Well, you should
That's
have.
where-
If she
that's
told
where
you that's
she
not
took
what she
that on
wanted, then why are you
herself.
still fucking with her? Why are you
But
still
also,
dealing with her?
If she fucking with you, that's what she wants. But she kind of.
You know what she want. Why are you still fucking with her? If you know what she
No,
wants.
go ahead. Say what you gotta say.
I'm just saying, I don't lost my train of thought at the whole.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
No, it was,
Oh, okay.
It was looking, you know, like, okay. Like, I just feel like if people on that type of time, they're on that type of time, but.
No, they definitely
know
are,
the
but I
ladies,
just feel
like,
like
be
there
upfront with what
it's less than 1% of women that's.
It's definitely not.
Okay.
No,
You
I'm tired of the percentages.
think it's a lot
Y'all,
She's up made up.
how would y'all know if y'all not telling them up front?
You know, it's 3 women sitting right here.
They not
I'm
gonna
telling
get.
And
you.
y'all
Yeah.
believe that? It does happen like that. Come on, man. Come on, man.
The fuck?
I
Listen,
don't know, man.
Have y'all tried?
This generation is different, bro.
Okay, I will dab you up right after. All right, see you later. Gotta go. Gotta
I'm
go.
in a career field where it's predominantly women. Women out here are fucking harder than y'all know. You understand what I'm saying?
That's true shit.
And all you have to do is sit down and listen. Yeah, no, I'm not yet.
You don't have to be a
Well,
hoe.
hey,
just
listen.
because- I've been got rid of that mindset.
At the end of the day, man, these women know what they want, whether 25 or 50. I sit in a chair and I do women hair all day. You know what I mean? I listen to their conversations, what they going through. And these women got some shit going on with them. You know what I mean? But you don't judge. You know what I'm saying? It's women to come up to you and like that and tell you right there, this is what they want. They not looking for no serious relationship because they might have got out of something. You know what I mean? First 5 minutes they meet you. First 5 minutes, a woman meets you. She know if you can get that pussy.
Not even 5 minutes, my boy.
Y'all said that. I'll try on my
Listen, it's all up to you not to talk yourself out the pussy. Now you
That's where it comes in.
Cause y'all was
You know what I mean? You need to say something dumb and she like,
And I'm telling you, that is the truth. That is the truth.
and I mean, it happens all the time. A lot of cats, they try too hard. You know what I'm saying? Or you deal with a woman that got her own. You know what I'm saying? Now you in there trying to front. You don't want to spend all your bill money on your outfit for the night. You in there blowing your money. You know what I mean? And she not even looking at, she just looking at you to see what you going to say out your mouth. She don't even care about none of that.
Hello.
You know what I'm saying? So it's a lot, I run across a lot of women that tell me their situations in that chair. And I be like, a lot of these niggas are stupid.
As fuck.
I tell you, I don't know what was watching, man. He was at the crib, man. That nigga told her, he was like, shit, if she reject you, just call her a bitch. Oh, that's how niggas think.
Toxic.
I'm gonna
sad.
say this though,
That is like
it do be a lot
disgusting.
of niggas who feel like, okay, if they do be honest and she not with it, they be like, oh well, fuck you. And it's like, if she ain't with it, it's more bitches out there that's gonna fuck with you on that type of time.
It's like she curved
You
you,
feel
and you
me?
still like
Yeah.
full court pressing, and now that shit, it's getting weird, like Chris was saying.
But what's the difference from when you see a chick that approach you that you're not interested in and you don't give it
I don't ever think, well, maybe, I don't know if I've ever seen a chick, like, be as aggressive as I have seen guys. You know what I mean? It might be. I don't think I've ever seen it.
I can say you probably experienced because you were a little older, but I think I don't know if you feel like that. I don't know if y'all feel like that.
You said a little older.
No. I feel like sometimes I think men do kind of want a woman to kind of just slide up on them real quick and see what's up. You feel me?
I love to be approached.
Because we always got to do that shit.
Yeah, I love to be approached.
I'm
I
not
don't
doing
approach
that.
women. I love to be approached. I love a woman that knows what she wants and don't have no that scared side in her to say what she wants. If I'm sitting at the bar and you like come over or you send a drink over, you come over, hey, how you doing? You know what I mean? I rap to you. I like that. Because if we don't have no type of eye contact, and I'm sitting there and I look at, hey, damn, I'm sitting there and I see you, like, damn, it's nice looking over there, whatever the case may be. But I don't feel nothing. You know what I mean, neutral. Fuck you, I'm gonna eat. That's no way about my business. You know what I mean? But if you get up and you come over or you said something over or I feel that you keep looking at me or whatever the case may be, then I might say something and see where it goes from there.
Man, we gotta start doing our work, man. Like, we ain't gotta fuck on the first date. We ain't gotta do
Is that what we've gathered from this conversation? Okay. All right. Is that what we've got? Okay.
Yeah, we don't.
Is that the story?
Like I said in the
Okay.
previous,
Or is it to be honest and upfront?
like I said in the previous
Yeah,
episode,
'cause
you
I
know,
feel like we
that
strayed
had,
from that.
That just dropped. You know, if I'm being straight up with you, yeah, I give you 2 chances.
Not two.
Two.
Damn, not even a 3 strikes you out?
I know, right? At least the judge give us 3 strikes. You only giving us
Give up that
2.
ass?
Okay. Disgusting.
Yeah.
Because I don't give a shit.
Yeah.
I'm not going to troll you for your pussy. I want
I
you
think-
to give it to me on the platter.
Right.
I'm not going to ask you about it.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? I'm not, hey,
Enthusiastic
because if you want to give it to me, it's going to be a whole lot better than me bugging you for it. And I'm
Why-
not a fucking bugaboo.
Why do men
Well,
feel
I
so
ain't gonna
entitled?
bug.
Thank you.
Why do they
What's
feel
up
so
with what
entitled?
And then if you
what
don't
we
try to
do
get it,
with
she gonna want to give it to you more. Like our friend, you
Exactly.
like,
Exactly.
we're not
Definitely
even
not
ready
about to
for
beg
it.
for it. No, I'm just saying we know.
why do we feel
what
entitled?
We came to agreement, so we already know what it is. You feel me?
Why do men
Entitled,
feel-
like he said,
Yeah,
not by the second date.
That's what Kayla just said. Why do men feel entitled that they have to have it?
By the second date, like, excuse me?
I'm
confused.
Let me kind of just say this though. That was like my old mindset.
Okay.
Back then, cause that's how it was. You feel me?
No, but
Yeah.
dudes still think like that.
No,
Like,
it definitely
it's been trending on Twitter.
Go
like,
ahead, Matt. Go ahead.
But then you get it in his back.
Exactly.
You get it in the ass is trash. Now you mad.
It don't even gotta be the ass trash. He could be trash.
You're right. On both sides. You know what I mean?
Ass trash, that's usually a determining factor.
I don't think it's no whack ass pussy.
Shit.
I don't think it is. Hear me out though. Because I mean, you know, you got to get the woman aroused to get, you know, moist down there. You feel me? Okay. So it's like if she ain't getting to the point of the shit that you want and you want to feel, you obviously.
You think that's a reflection of the man?
Wet pussy is the best pussy. That's all it takes.
Yeah, well, you definitely, yeah. Women definitely.
Is the best pussy. That's all it takes.
I don't think.
I mean,
so elaborate for me on that. Elaborate on that.
There's not more to that. I thought it was a little bit more than that.
I thought it was too.
I mean, it is.
You talking about like them nasty ass niggas who be running red light?
Hey,
hell.
where's this conversation going?
Yeah, you know some other shit.
He said wet is good. That shit ain't always.
No, I guess he asking like, what else?
No, man,
What
I
is?
just looking for something a little bit different.
Yeah.
The pussy could be wet, but she could be wet. You know what I mean? Just because the pussy wet and it's dripping or whatever.
So
you know what I mean? But she corny as fuck.
Okay, so
I don't know. I required a little bit more, but
what
I'm
I'm
a nasty
thinking is-
motherfucker too. So you know, at the end of the day.
when you say that, what I'm thinking is, okay, the pussy could be, you know, crazy wet, but her sex is
It's
just
trash. It's
Okay.
trash. Yeah.
Yeah, I feel you.
Talking to,
I ain't gonna say that.
are we ending it?
How about that word?
Christian Jones. Word.
Good. I feel y'all good.
How you feel, man? 1 year, bro.
It's been a year, what, Thursday?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That shit happened fast, man.
Congratulations.
Thank y'all. So, man, we appreciate y'all coming to kick it with us again. Like I said, folks, y'all know this won't be the last conversation with all these folks. It won't be the last time y'all see.
Sorry for the hiccup. You know, just you kind of started too goddamn late.
Yeah, it's all
But
good. Yeah. Kai, you good, man?
we definitely gonna hit you up again for just a different episode, or just us. You know.
Yeah, we can't come back.
Yeah.
We got the boo.
Permanent panel.
No, we ain't even gonna talk on that type. I already know the type of shit I want to talk about. You know, it ain't even gonna be on that type time. Yeah, man. We ain't gonna disrespect the black woman.
That's it, man. Hey, but y'all know, until next time, it's your boy Suge.
Okay.
All due respect. That'll be good.